Welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into it. Today we're going to do a quick short video about the Valentine's Day protest, Uber's and Lyft official statements about the protest, and what did they do. Stay tuned.
It's the Rideshare Guru coming to you live.
Greetings, my fellow drivers and riders. Yes, I want to salute each of you that protested on the Valentine's Day protest, bring awareness to transparency, pay, and safety. Yeah, it was a pretty big event, and it definitely made an impact. And to all of y'all who did not participate or did not even hear of it, come on, jump on board. The more of us that ride for the cause to bring transparency, better pay, and safety, the quicker we will get there. Love to see y'all participate next time. Here's what Uber and Lyft had to say about the protests and transparency.
Quote, "We are constantly working to improve the driver experience. Now the drivers will always make at least 70% of their weekly rider fares after external fees." We also reached out to Uber, who responded with the following, quote, "We've rolled out the features to increase transparency, allowing drivers to see the rider fare up front and decide which rides are worth their time. And this marks the first major rideshare strike since Uber started operating in Austin way back in 2014.
Here's my February 19th statement.
832.55 times 7% equals 582.78. 189.81 plus 32. Oh, we got it. Equals $321.84. So let's take, okay, this is what we got. 832.55 minus fees.
832.55 minus 321.84 equals 510.
Shout out to the bays where I used to stay.
$510.
$510.71. Now, how did we get that to 70%? Well, let's try by adding in our tip of $73.21. That comes up to $583.92 minus the $2.55 express fee. Ooh-wee. That looks like we coming up to $581.37, folks.
About 70% after external fees. Well, folks, looks like Lyft is now including our tips as an external fee.
What?
And also the fees that I had for the express checkout. Yeah, throw those in there too. We get to $581.37, folks.
$581.37 plus we're gonna add the toll on there. The tolls of $37.75, and that comes up to, there it is, $619.12 is what you see on my total earnings.
Now, Lyft, it looks like y'all are adding the tolls that the rider is paying as our total earnings. Isn't it supposed to be a reimbursement of our money and not considered as our earnings?
Lyft, please verify that.
Yeah, Lyft, we see y'all throwing out this 70% number thinking that we're okay with this. We want to let y'all know over there at Lyft that 70% is probably okay.
No, 85-15 split.
Plus operational costs of our car payments, Lyft, of our maintenance payments, Lyft, of our cell phone payments, Lyft, of our gas payments.
Gotta have some gas money.
We have real costs that we have to pay to keep this operation making us and you guys money, and you expect to not even include that in our pay. How dare y'all out there at Lyft include external fees, charge us external fees for you to operate, Lyft, but yet
you won't pay us for our internal operational costs?
Now this is just another slavery, manipulative tactics that they're using, and it's damn near getting close to racketeering, Lyft. Yes, I said it.
If it isn't already racketeering.
I mean, it's kind of obvious once you look at the math and realize that you're including our tips as an external fee.
In order to make it look like we are getting 70%. And yo, just want to say to the team that actually thought of this theory, that created this statement of the 70%, whoever created that, I'd really like to give you a ride, a free Lyft ride, and give you a piece of my mind for taking your time to manipulate the numbers in a wicked, deceiving way
To get the public to believe
that we're making 70%. Shame on
Advice
you,
from the guru. This
and
is not
shame
what's
on
right.
Lyft.
Right.
And you know
right.
what? It is getting close to racketeering when you just do what you want to do.
Sometimes you take 20, sometimes you take 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%. This must stop.
And now for Uber, we're going to make this really simple. Here goes your statement.
We also reached out to Uber, who responded with the following, quote, "We've rolled out the features to increase transparency, allowing drivers to see the rider fare up front and decide which rides are worth their time."
This is how we receive our requests. As you can see, we have our pay, the time, and the mileage, but nowhere will you see the rider fare up front like Uber statement
Where's it at?
claims. Where is the rider fare up front? Oh,
Let's look for the upfront fare. Let's look for the rider fare. Let's see what they paid on these rides here. All right, so 1858 fare. Fare 1858. Your earnings 1858. Upfront fare 1858, and the breakdown is fare 1858. Well, that's what I got paid, Uber. 1858 for this ride. Now, what did the rider pay?
Yeah.
I'm sure he paid a lot more
At
than
least
that.
30 to 45
Now it looks
hours.
to be Uber is not even showing what the rider is paying. Wow.
I believe you used to be able to see what they paid.
Now we're not. Interesting. Now where's the transparency in that?
That's not
Yeah, I
transparent.
don't see no transparency. We done playing your little line manipulative games, Uber.
Yeah, you too, Lyft.
We're done with it.
We're done
Uber
with
Lyft, pay us fair.
Pay us fair. Pay us fair. Pay us fair.
well, Uber, it looks like your statement that you're giving out to the media is inaccurate.
This is how.
Well, hold up, folks, because it gets a little tricky here. As you can see, it says allowing the driver to see the rider fare up front. We are unable to see the rider fare up front, Uber. Let's be really clear with that. What we are able to see is the upfront fare, which is, according to Uber, the price that they are paying us. And still, no trace of what the rider paid. Other news in the month of February, Uber is celebrating its $1 billion profit, but some drivers are feeling left behind. Yes, indeed, Uber. You could have made $500 million profit and been looked at very nicely by your investors and paid us drivers the other $500 million, and we all would have been happy right now. But instead, the average Uber and Uber Eats driver saw their earnings decline over 15% in 2023. Also on Valentine's Day, Uber won plenty of love from the market with its announcement of the Stock Buyback Initiative program. Yes, folks, $7 billion buyback. This is what I mean when I told you in the beginning of the video that the protest made an impact. Uber had to strategize. They knew this was coming. They knew this might impact their company in a negative way. They had to figure out an idea of what to do to combat that, to take the light away from what was going on Valentine's Day. But the bottom line is, Uber, we got more press. We got more love from way more
It's a
people
rideshare guru.
than you did.
Coming to you live.
Rideshare guru.
Money on his mind.
Rideshare guru.
Time to unite.
Get the vibes from the
Yes, I'd like to send a big shout out to the rideshare professor for orchestrating these next strike dates, these protest dates. Big shout out to you, sir. We salute you for leading the charge and being an advocate for us drivers. And all you others out there representing and standing up for drivers. Next time on round 2, Uber CEO says company took its drivers for granted. Well, on the next episode, we will see what Uber does as they self-reflect and see if they try to recover by making things better for us drivers.
A token of advice, the rideshare guru says,
One must only take the good rides. When one takes garbage rides, the AI algorithm dishes out more garbage rides.
the rideshare guru, come take a ride, take advice from the guru, let your life go, let's ride, ride.